Right now, in big banks on Wall Street, something sneaky is happening. It's like a secret robbery, but they don't use guns or masks. They just use computers. Silver, that shiny metal, went way up. It reached $121. Lots of people were super excited and happy. Then, boom, in just 2 days it fell really hard. It dropped 40%. Many people lost a lot of money fast. But guess what? While everyone was scared and selling, some very big banks were quietly buying a lot of silver at the cheapest price possible. And these same banks got caught doing sneaky things before. They had to pay huge fines, more than $1 billion. Today, silver is at $80. It looks like it's coming back a little, but really it's like the robbers already drove away with the treasure in their car. This isn't just normal ups and downs, it's like a big quiet trick, and the trick isn't finished yet. Silver was like a sleeping giant for many years. People knew it was shiny and pretty. They made rings and coins with it. But not many people got super excited about silver. Then something big started to change. In the year 2025, silver woke up. The price started climbing. Slowly at first, then faster and faster. By the end of 2025, silver had doubled. If you put $100 into silver at the beginning of the year, you had about $200 by December. Lots of grown-ups were smiling. They said, silver is finally getting the respect it deserves. But 2025 was only the warm-up. When the calendar turned to January 2026, things went crazy. In just the first month of the new year, silver shot up another 60%. That means it grew so much in only 30 days that it almost felt like magic. The price climbed all the way to $121 for 1 ounce. One tiny ounce of silver cost more than $121. People on the internet were going wild. They posted pictures of silver bars and silver coins. They wrote things like, "To the moon" and "We're rich." Everyone felt like they were part of a huge adventure. It was exciting. It was fun. It felt like the good guys were winning. Why was silver going up so fast? There are some very good reasons. The world needs more and more silver right now. Not just for jewelry anymore. Big companies are using tons of silver to make really important things. First, solar panels. Those big shiny panels that catch sunlight and turn it into electricity. Every single solar panel needs silver, a lot of silver. Countries all over the world are building more solar farms because they want clean energy. They don't want to use coal and oil that make the air dirty. So they need silver, lots and lots of silver. That demand made the price go higher. Next, electric cars, EVs, those cool cars that don't use petrol. They run on batteries. And guess what? The wires and switches and batteries in electric cars use silver because silver is one of the best things for carrying electricity. Every new electric car needs a little bit of silver, and millions of people are buying electric cars now. So more cars, more silver needed. Then there are phones, computers, tablets, and all the gadgets we use every day. They all have tiny bits of silver inside. And now there is something new called AI, artificial intelligence. AI needs super fast chips. Those chips also use silver. So even the smart computers that help write messages or draw pictures need silver. All these things together created a big problem. The world wants way more silver than the mines can dig up. Mines produce only about 800 million ounces of silver every year, but people and companies want more than 1.2 billion ounces. That means every year we use 200 million ounces more than we find in the ground. That gap is called a deficit, a big deficit. When something is hard to get and lots of people want it, the price usually goes up. That's exactly what happened. Silver kept climbing because there simply wasn't enough to go around. People who owned silver felt like heroes. They felt smart. They told their friends, "I told you silver was going to explode." Some people even borrowed money to buy more silver because they were so sure it would keep going higher. They dreamed about big houses, nice vacations, paying off loans. The mood was happy, very happy. Then came the terrible 2 days. It started on a normal morning at the end of January 2026. The price was still high, around $121. Everyone was excited. Then something strange happened. The price dropped a little, then a little more, then faster and faster. It was like someone opened a giant trap door under the price and everything fell through. In less than 48 hours, just 2 days, silver lost 40% of its value. From $121, it crashed all the way down to $78. That is a huge drop. If you had $1,000 worth of silver on Monday morning, by Wednesday night, you had only about $600 left. Many people lost hundreds or thousands of dollars in just a couple of days. Some people lost their whole savings they put into silver. The happy internet posts turned into sad and angry ones. People wrote things like, "I got robbed," and "What just happened?" Newspaper headlines screamed, "Silver crash, billions wiped out, biggest drop in years." It felt unfair. It felt scary. One minute everyone was celebrating. The next minute so many people were crying or shouting. The adventure turned into a nightmare. But here's the part that makes your brain go, While all the normal people were panicking and selling their silver as fast as they could, someone else was doing something very different. Someone was buying. A lot, right at the cheapest moment, when the price hit $78. Huge amounts of silver were being bought up quietly. Who buys so much silver when everyone else is running away scared? Only people who think the price will go way higher again. Only people who are very sure of themselves. And the really strange thing? The people who were buying at the bottom were connected to some very big banks. Banks that already got in big trouble before for playing tricks with silver prices. They had to pay huge fines, more than $1 billion, because they did sneaky things in the past. So now, the big question hangs in the air like smoke. Was this crash just bad luck? Or was it planned? Did someone push the price down on purpose so they could buy cheap silver? Who are the real bosses behind this wild ride? The story looks like a classic robbery movie. The good guys, normal people who love silver, get excited and put all their money in. Then the bad guys, the clever ones with lots of power, wait for the perfect moment. They make everything crash. Everyone runs away scared. And while the room is empty and chaotic, the bad guys walk in calmly and take the treasure at the lowest price. That's what it feels like right now. Silver sits at $80 today. It looks like it's trying to climb back a little, but many people still feel hurt and confused. They wonder, did we just get tricked? Is someone controlling this whole game? And the biggest question of all, who is really winning while everyone else is losing? The heist looks almost perfect, but every good heist has one tiny mistake, one clue, one person who starts asking questions. And maybe, just maybe, that person is you. Now let's slow down for a minute and really think about this. Really think, because there is one big question that doesn't make sense at all, and once you hear it, you might not be able to stop thinking about it. Every year, all the silver mines in the whole world dig up only about 800 million ounces. That's it. That's all we get from digging in the ground. But every year, people and companies want way more than that. They want over 1.2 billion ounces. That means we use and need about 200 million ounces more every single year than what comes out of the mines. We have to use old silver from recycling or from people selling their jewelry or coins to make up the difference. But even that isn't enough forever. This gap, this missing 200 million ounces every year, is called a deficit, a big, real deficit. It has been going on for many years now, and the need for silver is getting bigger, not smaller. Why? Because of all the cool new things the world is building. Solar panels to make clean electricity, electric cars to stop using dirty petrol, batteries for phones, laptops, and even huge power stations, AI computers that think and help us do smart things. All of these need silver because silver is one of the best metals for moving electricity quickly and without getting too hot. So every year the world wants even more silver. The demand keeps growing fast. Now here comes the question that should make you stop and go, huh? If there is less silver than people want, if we have this big shortage every single year, if more and more factories and cars and solar farms need silver, then why isn't the price super high? Like really high, like $500 an ounce, or even $1,000 an ounce. Think about other things that are hard to get. When toys are super popular at Christmas and stores run out, the price goes way up on the internet. When a new video game console is hard to find, people pay double or triple. When there is only a little bit of something special and lots of people want it, the price usually shoots up. That's normal. That's how things work. So why isn't silver doing that? Why did it go crazy high to $121 and then crash back down so fast and now sit around $80? When the real shortage is still there, the mines didn't suddenly find a million extra ounces, the factories didn't stop needing silver, electric cars are still being made, solar panels are still being put on roofs, the need is still growing, the shortage is still real. So something feels wrong, something doesn't add up. What if someone is keeping the price low on purpose? What if they are stopping silver from going to where it should really be? What if they are making sure the price stays cheaper than it deserves to be? Why would anyone do that? Because if silver stays cheap, the big companies and banks can buy huge amounts without spending too much money. They can fill their secret vaults slowly and quietly. They can control who gets the silver and who doesn't. They can decide what happens next with green energy and new technology. And normal people like you and me, we stay on the outside. We miss out on the real value. Our money doesn't grow as much as it could. The treasure stays hidden from us. It's like someone is putting a lid on a boiling pot. The heat is still there, the pressure is building. But the lid keeps everything from exploding up. For now. But lids don't stay on forever. One day the pressure gets too strong, and when it finally pops, it can pop really big. So ask yourself this tonight when you go to bed. Is the silver price telling us the true story? Or is someone hiding the truth? Is the shortage real, but the price fake? And if it is fake, who is doing the faking, and why? Think about that. Really think, because once you start asking these questions, you can't unask them. The story isn't just about ups and downs anymore. It's about something much bigger, something hidden, something that might be controlling more than just the price of silver, and maybe, just maybe, figuring it out could change everything. Okay, let's put all the pieces together now. This is where the story gets really exciting, and a little scary, because it's time to meet the secret bosses behind this big silver trick. The ones pulling the strings like puppet masters, the ones who might be turning the whole silver market into their own private game. First, there's a huge bank called JP Morgan. They are like a giant monster in the money world. They have secret rooms called vaults, full of real silver. Not fake stuff, but actual shiny silver bars and coins. How much? About 200 million ounces. That's one of the biggest piles of silver on the whole planet. Enough to fill rooms and rooms. Why do they have so much? Because they want to control it. But here's the bad part. JP Morgan has been caught doing sneaky things before. They got in big trouble. They had to pay more than $1 billion as a punishment. Why? Because of something called spoofing. Spoofing is like pretending. They put in fake orders to buy or sell silver. These fake orders make the price go up or down on purpose. It's like tricking everyone else. They say, I want to sell a ton of silver, but they don't really mean it. It's just to scare people and make the price drop. Then when the price is super low, they buy the real silver cheap. Smart for them, but mean for everyone else. And guess what happened during this big silver crash? When the price fell from $121 to $78 and normal people were losing money, JP Morgan was doing something quiet. They had bets against silver called short positions. That means they make money when the price goes down. And right at the very bottom, when silver was cheapest, they covered those bets. They bought back a lot. While everyone was panicking and selling, JP Morgan was grabbing more silver for themselves. It's like they knew the crash was coming. Or maybe they helped make it happen. They're not alone in this. Other big banks are in on the game too, like HSBC and UBS. These banks are like JP Morgan's friends. They work together. How? They flood the market with something called paper silver. Paper silver isn't real. It's just promises on a computer screen, like fake silver that doesn't exist. They sell tons of this paper silver in a place called the futures market. This makes it look like there is way more silver than there really is, so the price drops hard. The real spot price, what silver costs right now, gets smashed down, but look at what happens in other places. In Shanghai, China, a big city far away, real silver costs way more, sometimes $120 an ounce. While over here in the COMEX market, it crashed to 78. That's a huge difference. Why? Because in Shanghai, people want the real silver they can touch, not the paper stuff. So they pay extra, called a premium. This shows the real shortage, the real value. But in the big markets run by banks, the price is kept low, fake low. This isn't just a mistake. It's not a glitch in the computer. This is like a war, an economic war. The banks are fighting to get cheap silver. They want to collect it all. Why? Because silver controls the future. Green energy like solar panels, batteries for electric cars, even the next big money system. Maybe a new way the world uses money. If banks own all the silver, they own those things too. They decide who wins and who loses. And it makes you feel mad, right? Like you've been tricked. Normal people lose money in the crash. The big banks get richer. They get fined sometimes, but they keep doing it because the fines are like a small slap. The silver they get is worth way more. So now you see the big picture. This silver crash, it's part of a plan. A sneaky plan by powerful banks. And it's not over. What happens next? That's up to us. So now you know the whole story. The silver heist is real. The big banks like JP Morgan and their friends made the price crash on purpose. They bought cheap while normal people lost money. They are still doing it. The robbery isn't finished yet. It's still happening right now. Every day they keep playing this game. But here's the most important thing. Every big robbery has one weak spot, one mistake, one person who sees what's really going on, one person who says no more, one person who fights back, and that person can be you. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be grown up. You just need to decide you won't let them win. You can be part of the people who change the game. What can you do? First, buy real silver. Not paper promises on a computer, not fake stuff. Real silver you can hold in your hand, coins, small bars, whatever you can get your hands on. When you buy real silver, take it home. Put it in a safe place. Keep it outside the big bank system. That way they can't touch it, they can't control it. Every little bit of real silver you own takes power away from them. Second, tell everyone you know. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Show them this video. Share it everywhere. On WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you go. The more people know the truth, the harder it is for the banks to keep their secret game going. Secrets die when everyone talks about them. Third, keep learning. Read about silver, watch more videos, ask questions. Don't just believe what the big news says. Find out for yourself. The more you know, the stronger you become. If the banks control all the silver, they control the future. They control clean energy. They control electric cars. They control new technology. They control what happens to our world. But if normal people like us start owning real silver, if millions of us hold it tight, then the power comes back to us. The future belongs to everyone, not just a few rich banks. This is your move, right now, today. Don't wait for someone else to fix it. You are the hero in this story now. So stand up, stack some silver, expose the heist, share this video, like it if it made you think, comment below and tell me, I'm in, or I'm stacking silver. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Because this fight is just starting, and we win when we all stand together. Your future depends on it. Our future depends on it. Let's take the silver back. Let's take the power back. Your move, right now.